Guess what day it is? It's into resin day. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Carolyn here from Never Perfect Resin, and I am so excited to get into these handmade molds from Into Resin. I figured we would start big and go in with this gorgeous leaf trinket tray. My first instinct is always to use a transparent alcohol ink because with the crystal molds, because I want to see the light reflecting off and all of that good stuff. So for this leaf trinket tray, I decided that I would go with this beautiful coffee alcohol ink from Let's Resin. And you can see me here. I was going for 10 drops. I think it ended up being 11 or 12, but enough. I want to get that color, but also want to make sure that I've got the transparency that this alcohol ink will bring. So resin that I'm using for this project, I am using T-Expert 1-to-1 epoxy resin, and giving this guy a stir, and at this point I think we are good to go. So I am going to go ahead and take this resin and give this beautiful mold a pour. I do stop a couple times and do that little like squishy squashy, trying to open up those edges. I want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles, and I want to make sure that this resin is making its way all the way down to the bottom, the little crevices of that trinket tray, all of that good stuff. And go ahead and top it off, and this leaf is good to go, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like. All right, next up, I am going in with this exact same color that I used for the trinket dish for this beautiful elongated leaf that I think will make the perfect brooch. I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but I'm gonna go with pecan. I think it could definitely pass for a very fancy pecan leaf is what I'm thinking. I have pecan trees in my yard, so the leaves are all over the place. And yeah, I guess I say pecan. I say pecan. Pecan, pecan. But I would say pecan pie. Isn't that interesting? How do you guys say pecan? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Resin is in there. I was definitely a little bit worried about this teeny tiny little stem. I was being super careful I didn't want to touch the mold with this toothpick, but I was also really kind of trying to make sure that the resin was like getting into where it needed to get. I think I definitely was getting the sides with the toothpick, but I was being very careful not to actually like touch the bottom. All right, the next mold and last mold for this video is going to be that beautiful shiny pumpkin mold. Now I went with indigo. This was my problem, and I knew it when I put it in. I put too much in, and I knew it was going to be dark, even though it's a transparent alcohol ink. I was thinking, oh golly jeepers, I think this is like a little bit too dark. And then at the very last minute, because I wasn't super happy with how dark it came out, I decided I had this crystal geode inlay mold, also from Into Resin. That inlay in particular came with another one with that cute, adorable elephant handmade mold, the crystal mold. So I was happy to have that around. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's put it in there, because I feel like if anything, maybe it'll be like a saving grace. I really wanted to see if we were going to be able to see that crystal inlay. And if we can't see it, we definitely know I used too much ink, right? And since I had a nice amount of that coffee colored resin left. I pulled out 2 of the Into Resin molds that I already had. The super cute mushroom and the flower. And obviously this is the next day. We're already demolding, you guys. We're demolding. But yes, I knew for a fact that this mushroom was going to look absolutely stunning with this color. I love this coffee colored alcohol ink. To me, it is looking almost like a maple syrup, like amber, you know, so perfect for fall. So very, very, very happy with how these came out for sure. I'm going to be interested to use the Let's Resin brown alcohol ink and kind of like see the difference between the brown and the coffee. But yeah, look at this flower. It is absolutely gorgeous. The sparkle, oh my goodness gracious. I mean, the prismatic effect is stunning. All right, so next up we have this gorgeous, we're going to say pecan leaf brooch. And wow, did that come out just absolutely stunning. The tiny, tiny little like crystal effect. It's super shiny, absolutely gorgeous. I am incredibly happy with that. Okay, you guys. Next up is the pièce de résistance, which I had to save it for last. I poured it first, but I'm unmolding it last because I am so stoked. I already know that it's going to be absolutely gorgeous and that I'm going to be super happy with it. Like, even before I unmold it, I just know, like, the resin gods were on my side that day. Like, I had minimal bubbles. Like, you know, I was feeling good about everything. And, yeah, absolutely blown away with this trinket mold. I see many, many holiday gifts coming up for my family and friends in the future. And it's definitely going to be involving this guy. Last but not least, this super cute pumpkin. The little like druzy inlay that I put in, it didn't actually quite like connect with the resin the way that I was hoping it would, but also that's kind of, you know, like these druzy inlays, they kind of do their own thing anyway. So, you know, I definitely got a cute little crystal effect. And popping the pumpkin out, super cute. I mean, the mold itself, I'm dying. That shine, that absolute glass-like texture, like that, the look of glass I'm blown away. Absolutely love this mold so much. I have so many ideas for this mold in the coming weeks, like, you know, because in my mind, pumpkins last all the way through Christmas. Thank you very much. So here we are outside in the beautiful sunlight, and yeah, this is in my yard. Like, the leaves are falling, you can see in the background, so I just had to get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather and show you guys how amazing everything turned out. So once again, if you're interested in any of these molds, any of the products from Into Resin, I highly recommend that you check them out. You can use my code. I put it in the beginning of the video, but guess what? It's also going to be linked below. You can use the code NEVERPERFECTCAROLYN for 20% off your entire order with Into Resin. Any other brands that I may have codes for, links, that kind of thing, I will have everything down below for you. Don't forget, you guys, if you like this video, I do appreciate a thumbs up. It actually helps out a lot. You can definitely become a Never Perfect Resin member now. I've got YouTube memberships up and running, so come join me. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Until the next one, you guys, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.